Hello, fellow crafters. ClickWell's here. We're in our house. We're chilling by the sunset by the window here, just maybe having a beverage at our table. Look at the fireplace in the background. What a nice warm spot to be. I like this. I like this house. I'm happy with our house. Okay, today we talked about maybe doing some general mob farm today. I think mob farms are a huge important thing, very important to get that done earlier in the game, and I love building farms, so let's get started with that. But first, I told you guys I was going to enchant some of my tools and my weapons, so let's get started with that and get everything nice and shiny. Let's go! Okay, the first tool we're going to do is our Silk Touch pickaxe, so let's throw unbreaking and mending on it like every other tool. We want to make sure it lasts as long as possible. We want to make sure that we can repair it with our XP. We're going to put efficiency 5 on these, which means we're going to be able to mine as fast as possible. We can really get things done quickly, and then also Silk Touch is going to be the one we put on this axe that allows us to break blocks without actually breaking them. Things like ores and other items in the game we can now break without having to put them back together. Fantastic. We do need some XP for this. We need a lot of XP for this enchantment, so be sure to be close to an XP farm, and if you're not, to make one of these villager traders. Doing the whole book trade back and forth with the bookshelves and the books is a great way to get constant XP. That's what I did for this one, so let's go ahead and rename this pickaxe. I don't like to rename every single one of them, but this one is always ClickWell. Okay, next let's do our Fortune Axe. We're going to put the same enchantments on it, unbreaking and mending and efficiency 5. However, instead of Silk Touch, we're going to go ahead and do Fortune 3. Fortune 3 is amazing. It helps you mine ores and get more drops out of them. So when we were doing our slime farm, I left some ores there, some diamond ore. I don't know if you remember that. Now we can go and mine those and get a little bit more. Let's do our sword, unbreaking and mending, of course, and then we're going to put sharpness 5 on it. Some people like smite. I like sharpness 5. It's a little more of a well-rounded enchantment, if you ask me. It works in more situations. So let's go ahead and do that, and of course we're going to put Sweeping Edge 3, which allows us to kill more than one mob at once. Good for farms, and then Looting 3, which is going to give you more drops out of the mobs, which is really, really helpful for things like Wither Skeletons and even Blazes. Okay, next and last but not least is our axe. So let's go ahead and take care of that. We'll put Smite on our axe. We have Sharpness on our sword, so we don't want to do that twice, so let's put Smite on our axe. We can kill undead mobs with that, and we'll use the sword for anything else. Now we have more options, which is great, so always be sure to use your axe as a secondary weapon. Let's go ahead and throw the unbreaking and the mending on it, and then finally the Smite and the efficiency 5. Get a little bit of more XP, because that's the grind, and there we go. Oh boy, is that much better. Look at my shiny new sword here, guys. I'm pretty impressed with that. I like my bow here. We still haven't fired that thing, and we've got our ClickWell axe, and of course our diamond axe here. Everything is enchanted. Of course, we've got our Fortune axe for diamonds and stuff, as well as our Silk Touch shovel, so we don't have to deal with a whole lot of flint when we're digging up gravel and stuff, so that's exciting. But this is good, guys. We have all of our tools exactly as I like them. All we need now is a little bit of netherite on them, but that's going to come a little bit later. For now, we are basically ready to go. We're ready to fight the dragon. We're ready to do anything, and I think the first thing I would like to do with my brand new armor and tools is build that mob farm. Let's have a look and see what we need for the job. Okay, we're going to need a whole lot of stone. Usually I would use cobblestone for something like this because it's usually one of the first farms I build in a world, because it's so important to have all these items, but we're going to need a whole lot of stone. We're going to need a lot of hoppers. We're going to need 25 hoppers just for the main landing area where the mobs are going to fall and die. So we need to basically use the rest of our iron. We're going to have to go and do some more iron mining because we basically use it all. Maybe the next farm we should build is an iron farm. Also, we're going to need some dispensers, some observers, and some repeaters. Basically, that's about it. We're going to need some water buckets and stuff too, but you know what? As we go about this, we're going to show you guys how it's done. If you want to get a even better tutorial, I mean a decent tutorial that's got every single bit of information you could possibly want about this farm, why it works, how it works, why every block is placed where it is, Gnembon does such a good job. I don't have to tell you guys how amazing Gnembon is. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. I'm sure you guys have seen his farms before in the past. Just an amazing technical player. Please go and check out his video. I'm going to leave you a link in the description below. Gnembon, go check him out. Give him a subscription. He is the man. Okay, let's go build Gnembon's farm. Okay, the way to get this farm working the absolute best is to usually do it over something like either a very flat area without a whole lot of topography, a lot of hills and stuff around, or like to do what I do and basically build that right over top of water such as this. The mobs that can spawn in water are things like fish and also things like squid. We're going to try and set this up so we're only rendering mobs into distance about up to where these hoppers are going to be, right where that grass is. So things shouldn't really spawn in the water around around us. But sometimes if you build this farm where your little spawning sphere dips right into the water a little bit, you'll start to see a lot of these squid and stuff start to spawn on the water if you're AFK at the top. So let's do this. We're gonna build this over top of water. I did it over this nice big deep pond, kind of right next to our industry island there. You can see our sugarcane farm, and I moved over our sheep farm, so that's everything. All of our farms are currently over there. We're going to build this one right here by the water, and hopefully we'll have everything sort of all connected via paths and stuff. So let's get started. We'll start by laying down our hoppers, and we'll just kind of move on from there. Okay, the way I like to do this is I find out where I want my chest to go first. Put a little dirt block there, and then I direct all the hoppers into that in the middle, in the center line, and then I'll bring all the rest of the hoppers towards that center line. It helps with kind of clogging. I think it's the best way to do it. That's the way Gnembon does it. Then I'm going to pillar up about 30 blocks. I'm going to make a 5x5 dirt platform that will be dug out later. That's going to be the hole that they all fall through, and then we're going to make this platform here that's going to act as our collection system. So we're going to fill that in, and then we're going to start to build up platforms around that to help the water kind of fall down and flow towards the center. So they're all going to drop into here and then get pushed towards that middle area and fall down onto those hoppers. So this next platform is a 3 deep that we're going to build up 1 block, and we're going to use slabs for this one too. You know what? While I'm here, maybe we try and get that sniper duel achievement. There's a guy right there. Is he about 50 blocks away? No. But we did get our take aim achievement for using our bow for the first time. Let's see if we can just quickly get him. Maybe move a little further away. No, he came closer, but now I have a vendetta, so that guy has to die anyway. Okay. Now, is there one that's further out now that I'm hungry for this achievement? Across the water there, I think I see a nice culprit. That might be a little low. Little quick adjustment here. Bam! Sniper duel. Okay, 50 blocks. He did. And a creeper for good measure. Okay, after that 3 deep platform, we're going to build up 1 more block. I built slabs here, but then I realized that things had changed with this farm a little bit. I prefer to use full blocks for that last third layer there. So I actually went back and filled that in with more slabs to make that a full block. Then you want 2 high dirt pillars behind that block. You're going to be placing your water on that block in order to flow back down. So go ahead and do that. Gnembon places 1 block in the video, but I find this works a little bit better. There's also some stuff in the comments about that, so go ahead and have a read there. I'm going to make an infinite water source in the middle. I'm going to continue to fill all these up with water. Every single one of those little blocks along the edge is going to get a water bucket. And partway through here, I realized that the slabs were there and I should have been blocked, so I went ahead and fixed those. There we go. And the rest of the water goes just in like that. And if you look below me, there is a spit fight by 2 llamas. And I thought that was pretty hilarious, so let's get that into the video too. Death by saliva. Okay, guys, so this is the confusing part that a lot of people had trouble with in the comments of Gnembon's videos. So let's talk about this for a second. I have two high blocks of dirt here. This is 116.4. So it is a 16 update. Now, if I remove these blocks, as I'm doing now, all the way down, and remove these all the way, look. Now we're getting water falling over the edge. This is a huge problem. Everyone's complaining about this. So this is the way I do it. It works every single time. Make sure to fill in all the dirt, so it's too high all the way around. Then I've knocked out 1 block right here, for example, let's say, and I'm going to remove all of the top blocks first. So I just kind of removed a few over here. The order didn't really matter. Some people talk about certain orders you need to remove them in, but I don't really find that matters much. As long as you remove all of the top blocks first, the water shouldn't fall. Once I get back around here to the beginning again, I'm going to remove the bottom blocks next. And again, it doesn't really matter the order too much as far as I've seen. I always start on the edge here just because it's an easy way, or in the corner just because it's an easy way to remember where you started. And then I'm just going to work my way through and just remove these bottom blocks. And as you can see, once I remove this one here, no water's falling over anymore. For some reason, the magic water sources are not being updated for some reason. So there's the last one, and our platform is complete. Okay, so now we're going to pillar up some more, and we're going to place pardon me, I always make that mistake, dispensers, not droppers. We're going to place dispensers facing upwards. The dispensers are going to have buckets in them, and they're going to release the water above them onto a platform, so make sure they're facing up. Then we're going to pillar up, and we're going to place observers all the way underneath of those dispensers. Make sure to look up at the bottom of the dispenser and place the observer that way. You should see the little redstone dot on the bottom facing downward, and then we're going to build all of these platforms. Be sure to go and check out Gnembon's video if you want to get a little more detail about size and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to move real quick here and show you guys just visually, but we're going to build all the way up to the top. I believe there's 10 of these layers. You know what, I'm sure that there's 10 for a reason. I'm sure Gnembon did his homework, so that's what I'm going to do. And you know what, I always forget to do this, but remember to go down and place these torches. Do this on your, don't go down and place them, do it on your way up. Every time you make a platform, place 4 torches on it like this. I had a couple skeletons on the way down, but you may get a couple creepers instead and blow up your farm as you're coming back down through these dark platforms, so always do that on your way up. There we go, now we're all lit up. That's beautiful. This is the top platform. This is going to act as a roof for this thing. We're going to build this out, I think it's 21 blocks from where I'm standing from the middle there on each side, which is a nice big roof, but that's going to make sure that every single one of those platforms below us has a light level of 0, and that's going to really increase the chance that mobs are going to want to spawn down there. They do spawn at light level 7 and below like we talked about before, but 0 makes their spawning happen even faster, so that's what we're going to do. This is a pretty big platform up here, so you're going to need quite a bit of stone, probably more than you think, so it's always good to have a chest or something close by with all your resources. I keep having to run back to my house, and it's getting quite annoying, to be honest. Okay, this is where my chunk loading starts to act all funny, so you can see here. I did actually finish that top roof. It looks like I didn't because that chunk doesn't want to load. Okay, so let's get started with the redstone clock at the top. That's going to be the only redstone that we're using in this build. It's a pretty simple design. We're going to place some slabs on the top to make sure that we have full blocks that we can put these on. And then we're going to put 24 repeaters down. It doesn't really matter exactly where they are as long as they cross over that dropper that we put on the very, very top. Remember, the very top one is a dropper, not a dispenser. And after we lay them all out, we're going to put them on 4 ticks, meaning we're going to click each of them 3 times. So they're 3 times, so they're all the way fully extended like this. After we have them all extended, which is going to give us the perfect amount of timing that we want, then we're going to go ahead and put some redstone dust on this side to connect them all together, because you can't have repeaters turn corners like that. And then we're going to come back to this other side, and we're going to place down a comparator. The comparator is going to act as the thing that basically takes the redstone cycle and repeats it as it comes back around. I know that's weird that we have repeaters and we need a comparator to recycle that, but regardless, this is the way it's going to work. If I turn it on without putting that into subtract mode, it's going to just stop the way it does there. If we flick the comparator, right click it just like that, and we see the little red light turn on, now it's in subtract mode, and now when that cycle comes back around, it's going to recycle it, and it's going to continue to give us that cycle over, that pulse over and over and over again, and it's going to continue to turn the farm on and off, on and off, on and off, and that's going to be what we use to flood the platforms here and get all the mobs to fall. Okay, this is a very important part of the farm if you want to have a little extra gunpowder like I do. We're going to be flying around with lots of rockets, so what you want to do is go ahead and place a ton of trapdoors all along the ceilings of these platforms. The creepers are a little bit shorter than most mobs, they're just a few pixels shorter, so that means that other mobs like zombies and skeletons can't spawn in here, but creepers can. Remember that spiders are also a shorter mob, so they can spawn in here, which is why I'm putting these fences, or these walls on the ground. It's an idea that Gnembon had in his video as well. If you go and check that out, you'll see why that works, but to be honest, after I tested it out a little bit, this is the first time I've tried it, I tested it out a little bit, I still got a few spiders spawning up there, and I did get less creepers because of the walls, so I think I'm probably going to remove those a little bit later, and just use the fences at the top. That's fine, I don't mind a little extra string. We waited about 1 full hour, I believe, before we stopped our AFK session, and then after we go down, we'll be able to see exactly what our results are, but check out this farm. Look at this. This is me AFK at the top. I use my replay mod to come and check out the farm and see how it was working, and it's always just amazing to see how well this works. You can just tell that these guys understand the science of this game pretty well. But let's have a look and see how well we did here during this AFK session. It was about 1 hour, and I think I'm going to be pretty happy by the looks of the way that was working. Okay, alright, so here's our first chest full of gunpowder, tons of bones for bone meal and string, and rotten flesh that we could trade with clerics if we want, tons of stuff. We don't need all these arrows, but it's nice to have them anyway, and some witch drops. Guys, this is great. This is an incredible farm. Be sure to give it a try at home. That's gonna do it for today, everyone. Look at this. We built a farm today. It was a farm day. I'm a happy guy because it was a farm day. Oh my gosh, look at this. I am dangling precariously. I am living on the edge, folks. This is a good one. This is fun. Okay, you know what? We're gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for the view today. Thank you for that subscription. If you haven't done it already, you haven't subscribed, go ahead and push that button. Go ahead and push that button. Thank you so much for that love, guys. Come by and give me some shout out on Twitch. Come say hi. I'd love to meet you in chat, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Stay well, stay safe. Love you tons. Peace. Okay, bye-bye.